Welcome back for part two. As promised, I have switched gears and gotten out some supplies. So I am going to show you how I am making my little crimped ribbon. Um, they can be journal dangles, they can be bookmarks, they can be, um, you know, tassels on your journal, whatever you like, and you can use, um, whatever kind of scrap materials you have laying around and whatever color combinations that you're uh, doing in your journal, you can make these to match. So basically, what I have here, we're going to make 3 different ones, and I just went through and depending on what I'm going to be working on upcoming, I went through and just went through all my ribbon scraps, which I have a ton. I used to be a hair bow maker when my granddaughter was little. I made her hair bows, and that started me making hair bows, and I did that for, till she outgrew it. And so I have tons of little ribbon scraps. Um, you can use paper in these as well if you want to do a mixture of paper. This is actually paper, but I like the way that it frays, and so I'm going to stick that in there. And it's, in my opinion, better to kind of use a symmetrical lace. You don't have to in all instances, but I think that if you do that, it gives a more consistent look and it looks better. You don't want to put more than probably 4 or 5 pieces together, depending on what kind you're using, because um, the little clamp won't fit. Now, what you can do is, what I'm doing here, is if you have 2 smaller pieces, you can kind of lay them side by side, and that would count, kind of like one piece, because you're only going to be using part of the clamp. And I'm just picking pieces that I think I'll like. And like I said, the more frayed and stuff they are, the better I like them. I'm just kind of looking at this and seeing if that's kind of the look I want, and I think it is. Now what I do is I go through and I glue each piece across the top, and I have been using just art glitter glue because you are going to clamp it, and so it's going to have some extra hold with the clamp. This is to kind of, for me, it holds the ribbons together and in place until I can get the clamp where I want it, or ribbon and paper, whatever you're using. So I'm starting this one off. The bottom piece is a piece of sari silk, and then there's a piece of handmade paper. And then I'm going to put this heavier crocheted lace down next. And when you do use this crocheted lace, that's where a lot of your space is taken up. So if you're using flatter lace, something like this, it's not going to be near as bulky. Okay, and then I'm going to take this piece of crinkled seam binding. Oops. And I want this piece of denim. Then I'm going to take these two smaller pieces and I'm going to put one on one side and one on the other so that we're still kind of working with the same width. And then I'm going to take this last flat piece and put it on the top. And I kind of smush it down as I'm going. The art glitter glue does not like the lighter lace as much, where it doesn't have something to grab onto. Alright, so there's that one. And so after I get them all glued, I kind of trim up this edge so that it's nice and straight across. And sometimes that's a little difficult depending on how much you've put on there. And then you want to take one of these little ribbon crimps, which are like this, and you're going to put it on the end of your lace and fabric and paper and whatever else you've chosen to use. And then you're going to take your pliers and just squeeze it. And then turn it around. Squeeze it on the other side. And there you go. Now, you can choose to trim these however you like. When I use sari silk, a lot of times after I get it glued, I'll rip it in half, just because I like the frayed edges and it makes it not as wide, but the wide piece is still up under the crimp. And then you can cut these whatever length and fray them and do whatever to make them look just as rough as you want. And you can also, like I said, you can leave them long like this and have them hang on the side of a journal, or even as a bookmark inside the journal, or you can cut them shorter like some of these here and hang them inside the journal, like from a grommet or something. Okay, and the last thing is I'm going to put this little charm with ball pin on here, and of course the ball pin would be how you attach it to the journal, and I just think it looks cute to add a little charm. So on this one I'm adding a little wing. So there is that version. Let's do another one. Okay, this one I'm doing a beach kind of a beachy ocean theme. So I've got some kind of Swiss dot lacy fabric, and I've got just some cotton, kind of like muslin, but it's just cotton. And oh, I've got this fabric too. This was my main fabric. Might ought to use that in the back. Put the Swiss dot here. And what else do we have? I've got some kind of oceany blue, beachy blue. And this really kind of frayed lace here. And then I've got some green. And a kind of tealy color. Another little grungy piece of lace. And then maybe a little bit of cheesecloth. Okay, so let's see if we can get this one. I think I'm going to put that dot in the back, Swiss dot in the back, because it's the widest. So we'll put that down. Then, now let's do this next. And actually, I probably don't need that other piece of muslin in there. We'll do this one. This one. And I kind of alternate between the ribbons and the laces. I don't think I'm going to do the light and the dark teal. I think I'll just do the light. And then do these little scrappy bit. Do that little scrappy bit there, and then do my little scrappy piece of cheesecloth. Okay. So let's give that a trim across the top so we're sure to get everything. And it's nice and straight for our crimp. And then this one I'm using kind of a bronzy color. Make sure you get the front and the back secured in the opening before you squeeze it. You can put some glue down in there too if you wanted to before you put your crimp on, like some 3-in-1 or something, Fabri-Tac. Okay, so there's that one. And I'm going to cut this one off just a little bit. Frame my edges. Just because I like them to appear just a little more messy and aged. You could use spray this with tea or coffee too if you wanted to have it look more worn. Okay, so there's that one, and on this one I have a little starfish and some beads. That I actually think I have on there backwards. Let me turn it around. Okay. So there is that one. And I'll show you all of them up close when we get this last one done. All right, for the last one, we're gonna do one with kind of bee inspired. And so I've got some blacks and kind of goldy yellows. And I'm going to start with a piece of ticking, black and cream ticking. And then I've got some gold fabric or ribbon, crocheting ribbon. I've got some black lace. I'm going to put right there. And then I've got a variety of ribbons that I probably won't use them all, but I mean, I know I won't, it'll be too thick. I thought it'd be kind of cute to use this tape measure since it's black and yellow. And then do we want polka dots. We could do polka dots, we could do plaids, or we could do stitches. I think I want let's do this first. Let's do this one. And then do this. And then maybe finish it off with a little piece of raggedy lace or something. Let's see, do I have a piece long enough in here? About that one. Yep. Okay, so let's put our glue down for that one. And then we'll be done. Alright, Art. Don't be giving me a hard time now. We're almost done for the day. Oops. Pulled too hard, didn't I? Yeah. Art will eventually glue fabric, but he doesn't like that see-through stuff that you can't get a grip on. Okay. Now we'll give this a nice trim. I hope I've been on screen, guys. If I haven't, I apologize. I was just gluing. Need to clean my scissors. They have so much glue on them now, they won't hardly cut. They're so sticky. Alright, so we got our little clamp on here. We're just gonna push it down to close it. Flip it around. And close it on this side. You can also go all the way across at one time if you want to. That works as well. But I always do one side, just so I can make sure I'm getting it good and tight. And on this one, I have a little bee and a leaf charm. Okay, and I'm gonna trim, not with that, I'm not gonna trim nothing with that, am I? I'm gonna trim these a little shorter because the piece of measuring tape is shorter. Oh, I gotta wash my scissors. It says, do you want me to do what after I have all this glue all over me? It doesn't like the idea. Just gonna fray that. Fray the bottom of that. Fray the bottom of this. Okay, so there's that one with our bees, or our bee. All right. So like I said, you can do that with anything. You can make your, you know, whatever kind of charms you want. The bulb pins I got off Amazon. The crimps I got off Amazon. The charms, the ocean charms that I'm going to show you, I got off Amazon. Some of the others are broken jewelry, and like this particular one I got at Joann's, I think. It's a Hildy and Joe, or yeah, Hildy and Joe brand. And I think it came with 4 or 5 charms. But I think that one's real delicate and elegant. So there's that one. It's all creams and whites. And then I have this one with the seahorse that I just flipped around backwards. And it's teals and off whites. Pardon the glue all over my fingers. And this one is the same teals and off-whites, but it has a shell with a starfish. This one is red and white ticking with a little bit of red crocheted thread, and it has one of my 55 plates that I got in Germany. Also got this lace right here in Germany. This one has black and white ticking, and it has baby blues with it. And this one has a cross with a black center stone. This one's kind of a patriotic red, white, and blue. I think that one's real cute. And it has the Tim Holtz token on it that says forevermore. And this one is the one we just did with the denim and light blue and white, off-white really. And it has the wing, and I believe I got those at Joann's as well. And then here's the ocean one that we just did. And it has the starfish and the beads. And it has this paisley print on the back. And then I took the colors from the paisley print for the ribbons. And then lastly, and I think this one came out real cute too, it's the black and gold with the piece of measuring tape. And it has the little bee and the leaf. So there we go. And I made all of those, and, you know, watching TV, you know, in just a little bit of time. I just took a basket and cut a bunch of my little scraps, and took my scissors down and, you know, cut the pieces and glued them and clamped them and all that kind of stuff. Other than, oh, and I have one more because I'm going to show you my next journal. Pick those up real quick. My next journal is going to be about horses, and I'm so excited. And this is the one that I made for it. It's got a little horse charm on it, and it's got browns and creams for the colors. I'm going to use this book cover, which to me looks like worn leather. And I have this old canvas print of a horse. And so I am going to put him on the cover, I think, and have him wrap around. And I think I'm going to have it be kind of an open spine. Once I decide how big my signatures are going to be, I think I'm going to do it kind of like this, and then sew my signatures in, you know, so that it stays open. That's what I think I'm going to do. And then I'm going to use this paper, I think, as a kind of a frame. I do want to fray this. I haven't done it yet. And then for a closure, this is actually off my horse bridle. And I do not have a horse now. She passed away several years ago, but I do still have her bridle. And so I took the strap off. And I think I'm going to use it for the closure. I think that will be really cool. It'll have to be cut down, of course, but we're going to see about that. And then the other things that I have come across in my stash so far, these are all things that I already had. I've got some book pages from Black Beauty. I've got a dictionary page from a French dictionary that has some horse stuff on it. I have a regular American dictionary, and I looked up horse. I have my Montgomery Ward catalog that I took out all the pages that had to do with horses, the saddle pages and stirrup pages and all that kind of stuff, boots. I have a copy of the Ladies Field magazine from July 1912. And in that, there's this guy who is Clemente. This is the Racing Notes from 1912. And then I have another copy. This one is, no, that's July 6th. Same one. And it has all these images in it. You can see the ladies riding and the kids riding. Okay, and then I have just a few bits and pieces left from this Graphic 45 paper pack that is called Off to the Races, and it's mainly about the Kentucky Derby, but it has some cute little pictures and stuff that I didn't use in previous journals. Or tags. I think I mainly made tags out of this. I don't think I've ever done like a horse journal. I think I was doing zipper tags and things like that. But it's got some little stamps and a few little papers in here. Not many. It's mostly the journal cards and the little ephemera pieces left. So there, I have that. I actually have a racing form book from Keelan from when we went to the races pre-COVID. And I have these that are Professor Barry's saddle horse instructions, and they are from I don't see a date. So I do have a little bit of water damage in the corner. My sister gave me these. I think they were in, she went to an auction or something, and they were all in the box of where she bought something that she wanted something in that box. Not necessarily these. But I have book 1, book 4, book 3, and book 5. So, oh, and book 2. So, 1, 2, so I have them all, I guess. Oh, I mean, I don't know if I have them all, but I was thinking I was missing a number in between, but I guess not. And then I have this little cabinet card that I may or may not use. I think he looks kind of like a horse rider. A couple of scraps of paper that were in with that racing thing. I've got this little cabinet card holder that I may or may not use. I've got this composition book that is mostly empty that I love the color of the paper. and I think it would bode well with the colors that I'm going to attempt to use in this. And it does have writing in it. It's, you know, somebody's school book at some point. It's not dated, but it's studying about the white oak tree. So, but I'm going to use some of that. I have this book that's called Diseases of the Horse. And, oh, that's my niece at 1 year old. She is now 20. And this book is from 1923. And it has some gross pictures in it. I mean, they're not gross, but it's like, you know, x-rays and veins and stuff like that. But it also has some pretty cool pictures. See, there's veins in the horse's legs. So, yeah, I'm going to pull some stuff out of here. There's a lot of, you know, big pages that I could use in here that mentions horses or talks about horses and stuff. So it's not all like gross stuff. So I'm going to pull some stuff out of there. And then I have a Stephen Foster music book. And I thought it would be fun to do, like My Old Kentucky Home and, you know, some of these songs, maybe. There's My Old Kentucky Home. So, I've got that. And I think that's it. So that's a good start. I don't know what kind of papers I'm going to be using yet. I'm thinking maybe some William Morris prints or something like that, but I don't know for sure yet. But I think it's going to be cute. I love the size. It's going to be, this book is about almost 5 inches by 7.5. So it's like a 5 by 7. So I like the way it feels in the hand. So we shall see. Let me know what you guys think about that for a journal. And then the other one I'll be working on kind of simultaneously is I'm going to do a beach or ocean themed journal. And it's going to be very retro with, you know, early photos from the beach eras past. So that's it, and I think I'm done for the day, and I will see you guys again on Tuesday for, what do we do on Tuesday? Color Combo 2023. So until then, guys, everybody take care and have a great week.